Welcome to Puerto Rico English News, the only English-speaking broadcast of local Puerto Rican news and entertainment. Please subscribe. Keep us alive.
Sunday, July 7th, agents from the Police Bureau are investigating a shooting, recorded at 6:16 a.m. this Sunday, in the Jardins de Montellano residential complex, in Calle, Puerto Rico. No one was injured, but approximately 17 cars were left with bullet holes. Damage was also reported in several adjacent buildings. At the moment, no arrests have been made. The Homicide Division of the Caguas Criminal Investigation Corps is in charge of the case. The following is a video recording of the shooting.
Sunday, July 10th, Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Severe weather and heavy rains flooded parts of Bayamon this past weekend. Unsuspecting motorists were caught in the rising waters, as shop and homeowners experienced water damage from overflowing streets and streams. Although much of the damage is still to be estimated, no injuries or deaths have been reported. One man made the most of the tragedy, seen here, floating down the street, on an inflatable raft.
July 7th, agents assigned to the Vega Baja unit of the United Forces of Rapid Action seized 14 bales of cocaine last Thursday morning, during a preventive patrol along the coast of the La Ruinas sector, in Dorado, Puerto Rico. The police explained that the drug shipment is valued at $10 million, but in retail sales, it is equivalent to about $30 million.
Saturday, July 9th, personnel from the Institute of Forensic Sciences identified the body of the murder victim, discovered in Jayuya, Puerto Rico, on June 25th of this year. Through fingerprints, the victim was identified as Jesus Alberto Perez Garcia, 21 years old. Perez Garcia's body was found on a cliff, near the highway, of the Rio Grande neighborhood of Jayuya. He was face down, and bound with duct tape on his arms, feet and neck. When the body was found, it was in an advanced state of decomposition, making it difficult to identify. Agent Angel Negron, from Homicide, together with Agent Maldonado from Technical Services, and Prosecutor Jose Roman, took charge of the investigation. Agent Angel Negron, one of the officers in charge of the investigation, has reported that while monitoring social networks, he found a Facebook post by a woman, who indicated that her 21-year-old son was kidnapped on June 20th. By 15 hooded people, who entered his residence in San Juan, and took him by force.
July 10th, The authorities managed to identify the victims of a double murder Sunday afternoon, whose bodies were found inside a vehicle on the PR 642 highway in the Montebello neighborhood in Manati, Puerto Rico. The deceased, Christopher J. Alvarez Rios, 21 years old, was on the driver's side, and Omar Ruiz de Jesus, 39 years old, was the passenger. Both were residents of Manati. According to the preliminary report, a call received around 5:53 a.m. to the 911 emergency system alerted police to people with gunshot wounds in the area. At the scene, officers found two bodies with multiple gunshot wounds inside a white 2022 Toyota Corolla. Ruiz de Jesus was in possession of a firearm and had a criminal record for violations of the weapons law and murder, reported the director of the Criminal Investigation Corps of the Arecibo area, Carlos Velez Hernandez. The police urged citizens with information about this crime to communicate confidentially by calling 787-878-4000 or 787-343-2020.
Sunday, July 10th, a 46-year-old man was killed on Sunday night, on the PR 190 highway, near the Sabana Bajo neighborhood, in Carolina, Puerto Rico. The authorities indicated that the deceased was named Antonio Leonor Colon Peñalosa, a resident of Carolina. At the moment, it is unknown who, or how many people, caused his death. The man was in a wheelchair, and both legs were missing, the director of the Carolina Criminal Investigation Corps, Jose Padin, told the press. The lieutenant mentioned that multiple bullet casings of different calibers had been found at the scene. The victim was allegedly working as a parking attendant at an illegal cockfighting event, or cockpit. He was shot while collecting money for parking. Authorities were alerted to the shooting at approximately 7:30 p.m. Upon arrival, they found the victim in his wheelchair, with several fatal gunshot wounds.
July 9th, the police are investigating the murder of a man whose body was found on Highway 145, kilometer 3.5, at the entrance of the bridge, in the direction of Ciales to Morovis, Puerto Rico. The 911 emergency system alerted authorities about a person lying on the pavement. When agents from the Ciales district arrived, they found the body of a partially burned man. The authorities reported that the victim also had a wound in the frontal area of the head. At this time, the deceased has not been identified. He was described as being between 25 and 35 years old, with a dark complexion, wearing short blue jeans, a blue t-shirt and black tennis shoes. Agent Rita Rosado Velez, from the Homicide Division of the Criminal Investigation Corps in Arecibo, under the supervision of Sergeant Anibal Crespo Badillo, took charge of the investigation.
Friday, July 8th, the star witness in the case for the murder of former boxer, Hector Macho Camacho, was escorted by the authorities to Puerto Rico to testify this past Friday afternoon in court in Bayamon. William Ojeda Ramos was arrested in Florida after he left last month, on the same day he was due to testify at the preliminary hearing against those accused of the murder. In the absence of evidence, Judge Elmer Rodriguez Diaz declared, on June 10th, no cause for trial against the defendants, Wilfredo Rodriguez, Joshua Mendez Romero, Juan Figueroa Rivera, Luis Ayala Garcia, and Jesus Naranjo Adorno. Star witness, William Ojeda Ramos, who was serving a jail term in Florida for another case, was released from prison by an agreement with the authorities to testify in the Camacho case. In this hearing, Ojeda said that he met the defendants while he participated in the transfer of drugs in the Fallen-Turek residential complex in Bayamon. He indicated that he worked as a runner of the drug gang of the residential complex between 2008 and 2012. He added that he worked for Mendez Romero, while the boss was Figueroa Rivera, whom he called thief. The prosecution's star witness, William Ojeda Ramos, stated that a few days before the murder of Hector Macho Camacho, Those accused of the crime spoke about the murder of Adriana Alberto Yamil Mojica Moreno, a friend of the former boxer. November 2012, Bayamon Puerto Rico, assailants opened fire, killing Adriana Alberto Yamil Mojica Moreno at the scene, as he sat in a 2006 Ford Mustang he was driving. Meanwhile, Hector Camacho, who was in the front passenger seat, was shot and taken to the Rio Piedras Medical Center, where he was disconnected from the ventilators, after he was declared brain dead. Hector Luis Camacho Matias was born in Bayamon, Puerto Rico, on May 24, 1962. Popularly known as Macho Camacho, he became a world-famous boxer, who was never knocked out, and who was also world champion of super featherweight, lightweight and junior lightweight. He was the first boxer to be recognized as a 7-time champion.
July 11, Arecibo, Adriana Rivera Andujar, the main witness in the case of the murder of Alexandria Cardona Torrado, married the accused suspect of the crime, Lemuel Cruz Cruz, and took refuge in the witness spouse privilege, so as not to testify against her now husband. The news broke this past Monday in the preliminary hearing before Judge Salvador Perez, at the Arecibo Judicial Center. On June 24, 2020, the victim provided shelter to her friend, Ms. Adriana Rivera Andujar, as she stated she was fleeing domestic abuse by the accused, her partner, Lemuel Cruz Cruz. Allegedly, Mr. Cruz Cruz later came to the home, looking for Ms. Rivera Andujar, and during a confrontation, killed the friend, Ms. Alexandria Cardona Torrado. Prosecutor Yamil Juarbe Molina stated, "The Department of Justice exhaust all remedies to bring justice to victims, in this country. I imagine that this was all planned. I understand that this is a very unfair law, extremely unfair," said Amaryllis Torrado Morales, the victim's mother, upon leaving the Arecibo Judicial Center. "We hope that the case will be seen by a judge who thinks that the victim may be his daughter. What my daughter did was help a childhood friend," said Jose Cardona, father of the victim.
Zero Damage, of Isabela, Puerto Rico, manufactures steel structures and tiny homes here on the island. Zero Damage designs, fabricates, and distributes building kits based on interlocking frames of steel. They hope to provide less expensive options for future home builders. Here's a video guided tour of one of their models.
Thanks for watching. Here's your weather for the week. Be sure and follow us on Facebook for up-to-date news, weather, information, entertainment, viral videos and more. Search Puerto Rico English News, or follow the link in the description. Thanks for subscribing. Have an amazing week.